Hello crocheters, welcome to Crazy Cool Crochet. This is Sylvia and today I'm bringing you this beautiful, lightweight, summery crochet shrug using a mesh stitch. And we've added a gorgeous little border. So for this crochet shrug, I am using a number 3 yarn. This one happens to be Sugar Wheel Cotton Sparkle, and the color is Twirls at Twilight. You might recognize this yarn. I used it recently on a project and people fell in love with the colorway. So I decided to use it again with a different design. So in addition to the yarn, we're going to need a measuring tape, scissors, and the crochet hook is a G or a 4.25 millimeter. Now the tutorial is going to be for a size small medium. For larger sizes, continue watching or head over to my Etsy shop for the written pattern. And here is the name of the shop, Crazy Cool Crochet US.etsy.com. For additional information regarding how much yarn was used, go down into the white space into what is called the description box below the video. Click where it says show more, and that will open up more information for you. We're going to start with a chain of 141, and that is a multiple of 3 plus 6. And we start with a double crochet in the 6th chain from the hook. So we skip the first 5 chains, not counting the loop on the hook. By the way, I'm only working from a swatch, so it looks a lot smaller than 141. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then double crochet into the next chain. Then chain 2. Then skip 2 chains, and then 2 double crochets into the next chain. Another double crochet in the same chain. Chain 2. Skip 2, and then 2 double crochets in the next chain. Chain 2. So continue to do that across the chain until you get to the last 3 chains. When you get to the last 3 chains, you're going to skip 2. You've already done your chain 2 up here. So you're going to skip 2 and then enter 1 double crochet in the last chain. Chain 3 and turn. Now you will enter 1 double crochet into that first space, chain 2, and 2 double crochets into the next space. Chain 2, and repeat into each space. Now at the end of row 2, you're going to do 1 double crochet into that last space, and then a double crochet into the turning chain, the top of the turning chain. Now chain 3, and you will be doing a chain 3 at the end of each row. So chain 3 and turn. Now enter 2 double crochets into that chain 2 space, chain 2, and enter 2 double crochets, chain 2 into each chain 2 space. Now at the end of row 3, you entered your last 2 double crochets into the last larger space, chain 2, and now enter 1 double crochet into the top of the turning chain. Chain 3. And turn. Now enter 1 double crochet into that first space, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets into each of the large chain 2 spaces, chain 2. So continue entering the 2 double crochets, chain 2 into each large space. At the end of row 4, you're going to do your chain 2, and then into that very last space, enter 1 double crochet, and then 1 double crochet into the top of the turning chain. And chain 3. So rows 3 and 4 are your repeat rows. So that was row 4. Now you're going to repeat row 3. So you're going to enter the 2 double crochets into that large space. Chain 2, and then 2 double crochets into each chain 2 space. Let's continue that across the row. So at the end of row 5, you would have entered 2 double crochets into the last large space, chain 2, and then 1 double crochet into the turning chain. So that way the end of the row looks the same as the beginning of the row. So row 5, you repeated row 3. Now row 6, you're going to repeat row 4. So that means you enter 1 double crochet into that first large space, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets in each space, following the pattern. Continue across the row. At the end of the row, you would have done your 2 double crochets in the large space, chain 2, and then you enter 1 double crochet in the space and 1 double crochet in the turning chain. You will have continued working in the pattern until you complete 48 rows or 25 inches in length. Now we are going to seam the sides to create the armhole opening. So to do that, you will fold the top to the bottom, to fold it in half, matching up the corners, and you do want this right side facing up. So the right side is the side with the foundation row, There's the starting chain, the tail. So this goes on the left side. That indicates that this is the right side up. So with the yarn needle and a length of yarn, we're going to seam from the bottom going up about 5 inches. And then you stop and tie off the yarn, and that will give you your armhole opening. Now you might want to put a stitch marker at your 5-inch mark. Just start in the bottom corner, insert the hook into both layers. I knot it to make it more secure. And then I just use a simple whip stitch where you're just going around and around. Just make sure you're grabbing 2 stitches on each panel. And just continue this until you reach your marker. And then tie off the yarn. Now after you have seamed up your sides and created your armhole opening, we're going to open the shrug. You can see how it's taking the shape of the shrug. Now we want to turn it right side out. So right now you can see the seams. So the next thing we're going to do is the scallop border all the way around the edge. So now you want to just flip this over so that you've got the right side facing you. So now this is the wrong side, this is the right side. You can actually start anywhere. I normally like to start at the back of the neck. Now insert your hook into one of the large spaces. Grab your yarn. Do a chain to lock it in, and then 2 more chains. And that will count as a double crochet for this first scallop. Then enter a regular double crochet in the same space. Then a triple crochet in the same space. So yarn over twice. Pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops, pull through the last 2 loops, and then 2 more double crochets in the same space. That's your first scallop. Now work a single crochet into the next large space. Then work a scallop into the next large space. So you're going to do 2 double crochets, a triple crochet, two more double crochets in the same space. Now a single crochet in the next large space, and repeat your scallop in the next space, single crochet in the next, scallop in the next, and work this all the way around. Now to complete the shrug, I did one row of single crochet around the armholes. So just attach the yarn into the seam with a chain, and then single crochet, 2 single crochets in each space all the way around, and then slip stitch when you get back to where you started and tie off the yarn. And that's it. We are done. So if you like the project, give it a thumbs up down in the white space, add a comment. All of these things are super helpful to the channel. YouTube loves it when viewers interact with the creator. So come back for the next project. Thank you for watching.